Hi there YouTube, Aaron here from GL Squared. Now Forde Have Mercy has got in touch with me to ask if I could provide a post-match reaction to the game yesterday, Cheltenham versus Newcastle. Obviously I was there, obviously in the Cheltenham crowd, so I'm a Cheltenham fan, so I was there cheering on the lads. Before the game I was quite confident that we'd be able to take Newcastle to extra time, and that confidence was actually improved or increased for the way that Cheltenham started. We came at them, didn't really show any signs of stopping really, and throughout the first part of the first half, so the first 20 minutes or so, we did look like we were going to actually pull something from the game. We had a few chances, 3 or 4 chances. One through Danny Wright, which unfortunately he messed up the chance. He was one-on-one with the keeper. The ball came over from the left-hand side, and he was on the back post. Dropped to his foot. Unfortunately, he decided not to take the touch and went for the shot first time, which ended up going in the opposite direction, which he wanted it to go. That was probably the clearest chance that we had, either that or Amari Morgan-Smith in the second half, but I'll come on to that one in a bit. As I said, we did start off quite strong, but Newcastle controlled the game for the whole 90 really. Newcastle's 2 centre backs, I think it was Lascelles and Hanley. They pretty much run the show. They, alongside John Joe Shelby as well, who was in the centre of midfield as well, putting in a battle with our man Harry Powell. But from a Cheltenham fan perspective, I mean, I was happy with what we saw. I mean, the 6-hour trip up, it was not a disappointment, even though the scoreline was 2-0. It was probably a fair reflection. Maybe we could have deserved or should have deserved the goal, especially their first goal probably wasn't really deserved. Might be controversial, obviously putting it on a Newcastle fan page as well. But the first goal from Jose Perez, it was an absolutely wonderful finish up down our end as well. But in my opinion, it wasn't really deserved. If it was deserved, we probably deserved to have a goal as well. So it should have either gone into half-time 0-0 or 1-1 rather than 1-0 to Newcastle. But as I said, Newcastle pretty much controlled the first half anyway. We were just given a couple of chances here and there. Onto the second half as well, I think it's same again. Newcastle just controlled the show. It was back and forth along the back four, from left back to right back. Using John Joe Shelby as well, they used him quite a lot. A lot of the stuff went through him. We did put in a bit more of a battle, but again, as I said to Forde Have Mercy earlier or yesterday, the fitness side of things and the quality did end up showing in the end. But we did put in a shift. Danny Wright up front, he did look a bit tired out after about 60 minutes, which was a bit unfortunate. But him and Billy Waters up front, they did put in a cracking effort. As I said, a lot of the play was going through the back four, so they could be excused for not running around like headless chickens throughout the whole game. They did really need to conserve that energy, because it was going to be like that all game, which obviously Newcastle showed as well. The second half started off, I'd say pretty poorly, but it was just the one chance that Newcastle had. We obviously played it back to the keeper from the kickoff. And then obviously Griffiths hit it upfield, and then from that it kind of went to part. The ball was played back to Cranston, who was on the left hand side. I think it was Cranston anyway. I'm sure it was Cranston, who then played it across the box to Issa Suleiman, who then was pressured by a Newcastle player. I believe it was Jose Perez, because he was the scorer. I said in my vlog that it was Johan Gouffran, but I apologise. It was Jose Perez. He got both the goals. Obviously, Suleiman tried playing it back to the keeper. He either tried playing it back to the keeper or back to Cranston, but it kind of went in between them both. Dwight Gale, one-on-one with the keeper. He just played it across goal, played it towards his left, towards Perez, who just calm, simple finish straight into the bottom corner there. It was a little bit of... The defence was caught napping, really. I'm not sure what Suleiman was trying to do, whether he got caught in two minds, whether to pass it to the keeper or pass it to Cranston. And in the end, it kind of just went in between them both, and Dwight Gale kind of intercepted. Onto the fans, I mean, the Cheltenham fans, we were incredible all game. And the Newcastle fans, they gave it us some back, which was good. But a lot of the time, I thought it was us. But then again, the Newcastle players were so comfortable, and I think the Newcastle fans were quite content with sitting watching the game, and it was quite a bigger game for us than it was for Newcastle. Obviously, Newcastle were expected to win 4-0 maybe concede 1 goal. But it was comfortable for Newcastle in the end. As I said, playing it out front and back as well, it was usually Lascelles. He looked quite comfortable and confident on the ball, using Jonjo Shelvey. And I have to say, Jonjo Shelvey, from the passes he was making, you can see why these players, a top quality Premier League Championship side, they pretty much were comfortable the whole game, really. And other than that, it was a good day out, a good experience for Cheltenham players and Cheltenham fans to experience a different ground, a bigger ground, a ground and a team with lots of history. But, you know, as I said, Newcastle pretty much came out on top. And although we had a few chances, they were the most comfortable on the ball. That's all I have to say, really. Obviously, good luck as well to Newcastle for the rest of the season. I hope you guys do get back into the Premier League, because you do deserve to be there, especially with the players you've got and the manager you've got and the history you've had. You do deserve to be in a Premier League. I think the Championship is a little bit too easy for you, really, or it looks like that from what I saw you guys play anyway. And I think Newcastle will be comfortably getting into the top 2, top 3. They're gonna go up, whether it's through playoffs or top 2, that's for sure. But yeah, I hope Newcastle get there. Good luck for the rest of the season, and good luck to Forde Have Mercy as well. His videos are top quality. So make sure you drop a like on all his videos, give them a watch, because they really are really good to watch. Thank you guys. See you again.